graduands, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this afternoon's awards ceremonies here in Indigo 2 at the O2 Arena. This is one of 9 graduation ceremonies taking place for the University of East London. This is a day in which all of you who are collecting awards, together with your family and your friends, can take immense pride. For that reason, today, up here on stage, we shall be observing a little formality and some ceremony to make it a day you will all want to remember for the rest of your lives. At the same time, we want you to enjoy the event and to join in the celebration and to applaud and, dare I say it, even give a little cheer to your fellow graduands as the mood takes you. Just try and remember there is a good balance between having a really good celebration and observing a little necessary formality. This is most decidedly your day, and days like this don't come around very often in one's lifetime. So above all, we want you to relax and to enjoy the next 2 hours or so. And so a very warm welcome to you all. Today's proceedings are now open, and without further ado, it is my pleasure to call on our Chair of the Board of Governors, Mark Stevens, to address the Assembly. Mark Stevens.
Vice-Chancellor, honorary graduands, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my very great pleasure as Chair of the Board of Governors of the University of East London to welcome you to today's award ceremony. I am immensely proud to be Chair of the Board of Governors of this university, as I am sure all of those of you that are graduating today are also proud of your university. Education is undoubtedly precious for its own sake. Learning has a value beyond measure, and I hope your minds and horizons have been expanded in the course of your studies with us. However, we are also very conscious that higher education is more of an investment than ever, particularly in challenging economic times. And I believe that we have a duty to help prepare you for your future careers. I'm sure the majority of you are taking a day off work to be here today. Use your East London degree to take you as far as you can. Use the skills that you have learnt here and the experience you have gained to set you on the right path. When you leave this hall, as UEL alumni, your relationship with UEL has not finished. It has progressed to the next level. Your learning and your quest for knowledge is a lifelong journey, and we wish you every success. Some people like to say there are just too many graduates these days, but the facts just simply don't bear that out. Studies around the globe repeatedly show the economic, social, and cultural benefits that a university education brings to individual graduates and to the wider community. And indeed, many of our own graduates go on to achieve great things. The roll call includes government ministers, captains of industry, scholars, scientists, architects, artists, journalists, educators, lawyers, health workers, and leaders in many other professions and fields of expertise. You who celebrate your graduation today join a long line of distinguished alumni of the University of East London. I hope you will go on to successful careers, but more importantly, I hope you will go on to lead good lives and to make a positive difference to those in the lives around you. At this point, I must draw your attention to Tom Hunter, seated with us at the front of the stage, who is honouring us with his presence here today, to whom we are proud to be awarding an honorary degree and doctorate of the University of East London. I hope he won't be too embarrassed if I say, in his own way, he is a shining exemplar of what it means to make a positive difference. We look forward to hearing about him over the course of this ceremony and hope to get a few tips on how to make the world a better place. To make it this far, you have already come a long way. And I can see that your mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, grandparents, children, cousins, friends, many of you have also come a long way to be here and have made sacrifices on your behalf. They are rightly proud of you. And throughout the journey ahead, I hope you will keep in touch with us and with each other. The experiences you have shared and the friendships you have forged here will stand you in good stead on the road that lies before you. So congratulations to you all. We look forward to hearing from you and reading about your achievements in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mark. It is now my very great pleasure to call on our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Patrick McGee, to deliver his opening address. Professor McGee.
Governors, honorary graduates, graduands, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome you all here today to join in this special day of celebration, the celebration of your success at the University of East London, an important chapter in your life story. And what a great venue it is here at the O2 Arena. You will probably have noticed from the various posters that we are sharing the venue this week with Rihanna. I know there are many fans in the audience. It's very important to make sure we organise these things with military precision. So we have agreed with Rihanna that she won't be making any speeches during the graduation ceremony. Equally, I've agreed not to apply for the current vacancy of dancer in her troupe. I think it's very important to clarify these things from the outset. I also want to let you know that we are broadcasting our proceedings today via the internet. We have had over 1,000 viewers over the past few days on the channel, and we expect to beat that record today. We're very keen to make sure that people all around the world who are our friends and partners and many of your parents are able to watch the proceedings live online. So we will be reaching out to Delhi, to Karachi, to San Diego, to Beckton and to Stratford. I'm so pleased also that we are joined today by our honorary graduate, Tom Hunter, an outstanding figure in the creative industries in East London. We give our honorary degrees to those who are able to offer inspirational images to our students and who reflect in different ways our university's missions and values. Tom represents excellence, but also a commitment to developing excellence in others. He symbolises this university's commitment to East London, a value that is as strong now as it has ever been. So yes, today is a day which we can all be proud. Graduates, your friends, families, partners and lecturers. It is because in no small measure of the support you have received from those around you, including UEL's talented and dedicated staff, some of whom are on the stage today, that you sit here today. But it is because of the continued support of these very people that you will be able to build on your existing success. Today we welcome graduates from Business Information Technology, Civil Engineering, Computer Systems Engineering, Data Mining, Knowledge Management, Environmental Adaptation and Sustainability, Geotechnics, Information Security and Forensic Computing, Mobile Communications, Nanotechnology and many more. And I'm sure that you are indeed using some of the technology that you have been instructed on throughout your degree with your iPhones, Blackberries and laptops. It is a difficult time to graduate, that cannot be denied. But if I've learned one thing during my time at UEL so far, it is that UEL students are unique. I have seen so many examples of that this year. For example, the student who juggled family commitments and her studies to win the British Computing Society Prize. this year. The student who presented to the International Federation of Surveyors in Marrakesh on how they could engage with young surveyors, the next generation. And the PhD student whose cloud computing research is already being used by Microsoft. These are just some examples from a list of hundreds. And above all else, you should remember that being a graduate puts you in a much better position than if you were to go directly into the job market. The time and space to think, to create, to question, and to absorb is a rare commodity, but it will benefit you for the rest of your life, both professionally and personally. In fact, it is still the best investment a person can make in their future. In the 21st century, there is no such thing as a single job for life. The specific technical skills you will have acquired in time are so often made redundant by technological change or an increasingly competitive global marketplace. However, as a graduate, it is the rest of the stuff you learn that stays with you, the confidence to pick up new skills and build on your current knowledge and challenge assumptions, the ability to access and critically appraise new information and ideas, and the wherewithal to build professional networks. These are the skills you have been acquiring. These are the skills on which you will build your career. It is that combination of technology and the intellectual reflection to think through the implications of the technology by using your mind, and then also using your heart to identify the puzzles and problems and challenges which should be given the highest priority: technology, mind and heart. It is a matter of public record that in these difficult times, I am against the new funding system in higher education in England. I believe fundamentally that university should be for the many and not just for the few. Higher education, whatever else it is, and it can be so many things, is a public good from which everyone benefits, and those benefits are not simply financial. I will be raising questions about the Higher Education Act when it goes to Parliament in the spring, and I would urge you to do the same. We need only to look globally to see how things are changing and how the UK could be left behind. China is now the largest higher education system in the world. It awards more university degrees than the USA and India combined. I can tell you one thing for certain: in the emerging economies such as Brazil, Russia and China, they cannot get enough people into university because they know the value it has for the individual and for the country as a whole. When I visited those countries this year, again and again, the emphasis on technology as a way of tackling fundamental problems was coming through again and again and again, not for its own sake and not in isolation, but in the true understanding society develops with a balance between technology, heart and mind. While the UK PLC cuts EMA, removes funding for outreach and throttles access to our universities from overseas communities, and plans to close a Sure Start centre every 14 days, China opens up a new university every week. We ignore the consequences of those changes at our peril. The benefits of globalisation are not to give us a stronger foundation for seeking conflict, but to give us a broader foundation for recognising that in the end, our fate is one of mutual interdependence, economically, sustainability and technology, politics, mind, heart and society. I am particularly concerned at the government's policy of restricting access for international students and academic staff to the UK. In my mind, that policy reflects and breeds a form of cultural insularity that undermines our reputation, undermines our capacity for innovation, undermines our understanding as a country, and compromises our future creativity in a diverse global environment for ideas and innovation. It is just the case that students who come to this country from abroad to study are likely to remain in close contact with this country as their career advances, because you fall in love in the country you do your university degree in. This has put the UK in a strong position historically, a nation of alma maters, thought of with deep affection by some of the world's leading business people, but that reputation and that status is in jeopardy, in my view. These are difficult challenges and these are difficult times, but you are well placed to meet them. You are and will always be part of the UEL family. We are in a position to support one another, and that is what we will do. As you grow in your career, I urge you to turn round and give a helping hand to future generations of UEL graduates. If by the spring you have not advanced in the way that you would have hoped, if you don't have that elusive internship, or you're at a loss about where to take your business, give us a call. We will be able to help you in any way that we can. In turn, I hope that all of you will sign up to our Alumni Association, that you will come back to UEL to inspire future generations, that you will offer internships to students when your business is off the ground, and that you will continue to advocate, as I do, the importance of a global higher education. I also hope to see some of you again as students, perhaps following research careers. There are many possible futures. All of you will be successful in different kinds of ways. And certainly financial success is not the only measure of success. However, I am advised by our development office that many of you will statistically become rich over the next few years. We hope we can help you with that. Some of you statistically will become obscenely rich. And if things really do get that bad, we will give you extra support and advice. Because don't forget, giving away your first million is always the hardest. Now, today, as I mentioned earlier about technology, you will have many photographs, many video clips, many text messages and emails about today that will help you in the future to remember this important day. But as I said earlier, it is not the technology that you take into the future. It is your mind and what you think about it. So engrave on your mind images and ideas and experiences from today. And above that, and above all else, remember it in your heart, because in the end, what we have as human beings is the emotional bonds above anything else. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Patrick. We come now to the presentation of graduates from the School of Computing, Information Technology and Engineering. Graduates will be asked to ascend the stairs on my left and come to the lectern, where their name will be read out before they cross the stage to be congratulated on my right by Mark Stevens, Chair of the Board of Governors. It is my great pleasure to call on Professor Hassan Abdallah, Dean of School, to come to the lectern to read out the names of the graduates. Professor Abdallah.
For the award of Master in Architecture, Computing and Design, George Prenos. Muslima Kandara. For the award of Master in Architecture, Advanced Environmental and Energy Studies, Venugopal Tatukuna. David Kushana. Mark Tomlinson. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma Architecture, Advanced Environmental and Energy Studies, Alfred Chu. For the award of MSc Architecture, Advanced Environmental and Energy Studies by Distance Learning, Cornelia Tapun. For the award of Master Business Information System, Keisha Ampris. Koapina Asari. Imran Atib. Taskina Karti Pamunish. Jim Obika Bandara.
Bandra.
Karsik Bahar Samani. Biju Kumar Shamplan Shatia. Shandarhat Rarabaha Grandahai. Tawakalit Abush Ginela. Abu Musa Kabir. Siraj Kutha. Ibdibu Lawal. Bafani Birakadishi Mikili. Christopher Nukilim. Krel Oshufimo. Mamdubishi Okuyo. Wazahir Oluyidi. Frank Ongaria. Taras Bimasani. Lakashimi Nashirima Burma. For the award of Master Civil Engineering, Zaka Ahmad. Sharuz Alizada. Mud Masood Alum. Reza Amuzagar. Rajendra Arya.